Well, back to basics, and since I'm back from my exploits at the COSAFA Women's Championship, I had to reunite with my favorite human being, Ntate Brian Mofokeng, as Jess has called you. How's it been like being called Ntate?
Dude.
The whole week.
Dude. No, listen, I mean, it's nice, you know, because then which means the 2000 don't even text. They're like, let's move on.
Well, good to be back. Good to have you here.
Good to have you back. I mean, we enjoyed you covering the COSAFA tournament.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was absolutely amazing, and that's why I'm back, because I want to test your knowledge, which is why we're going to ask you about the COSAFA Women's Championship, and I want to know from you, Zambia this year won the competition, but how many times have the Copper Queens won it?
We all know Banyano is dominated.
Yes.
But as far as how many times they've won, wait later on.
Well, wait later on.
It's not 6 or 7, no.
It's not 6 or 7. Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah.
I can give you a clue though. South Africa are the record champions, having won the competition 7 times. Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Fastest fingers first. Send through your answers. It's hashtag Fut-Afrique, and use the only, well, we're the only one that matters. It's hashtag Fut-Afrique. Let's dive straight into the conversations. As we know, the CHAN is officially around the corner. Only 19 teams will make it to the final of the competition. That will be played across 3 countries. That is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Also because it's not many teams. So my thinking is, how then does it work?
You know, the nice thing about a CHAN tournament, it is the fact that you find locally based players being given a chance. Because this is more like, you know, when you talk about graduation.
Yes.
You come from under 20s, under 23s, you play the CHAN tournament, then boom, you go into the senior team. So literally, you play in a CHAN tournament
100%.
with hope of being part of the squad that plays into the AFCON eventually. So it's always very tricky. That is why you find surprise names popping up
100%.
when it comes to the CHAN qualifiers. You don't get the regular teams coming through, but also because of rankings. You get certain that will play first in a prelim round, and you get those that will actually come in and join the rest of the pack in the second round of the qualifying phase, which is what happened even in the story around this time, you know? So, one I'm looking forward to when it comes to the next round is the one between Ghana and Nigeria. And
that is the West African rivalries, right? But just to get you out of your misery, this competition is going to be played in Tanzania, Uganda, as well as Kenya.
Yeah.
Kenya hasn't hosted anything in such a long time, so this is an important moment for them. And I think for Uganda also, it sparks a breath of fresh air to be like, we still miss you on African football. But
it's also nice about it is, you know, it also shows, or they'll be able to know what they need to work on ahead of the AFCON that it comes after the Morocco AFCON. Because then CAF will say, no, this is not going to work. This will work, this won't work. So you'll be able to see what is working and what is not. Because the inspection will be done by CAF continuously to make sure and monitor that everything is okay. So well done to the East because they were hosting the tournament. But also there were some moments where we saw some teams coming through and eventually advancing. Namibia needed penalties to be able to win their match. You know, also Kenya were in the qualifiers themselves. They eventually lost out. But what I love about this also is that new stars will be born at the end of the tournament.
Yep, new stars will be born. Obviously, CHAN is an opportunity for local-based players to raise their hands and compete amongst themselves. Now, I want to know from you that West African derby situation we're going to be seeing. Ghana, we know where they currently are at. Let me know, do you think they have a chance in this?
Listen, I mean, CHAN tournament is very tricky because it's your local-based indigenous players only that play. You know, Nigeria got a lot of players that are playing outside of Nigeria. Do Ghana, or does Ghana have enough players that are locally based who are strong enough to be able to compete at this level? That's another story. Because you look at the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup, we're not seeing Ghana dominating the space anymore. So it means Nigeria still have some players. But how many of those teams that are playing in Nigerian league, that are playing in the CAF competitions, are locally based players? Because you might find that they have players, but Nigeria, what I love about it is we usually use the local players. So you will have a lot of those. So that'll be another interesting one.
But having that rivalry, what does it do for football? I mean, we also see Cote d'Ivoire go up against Burkina Faso. What then does what do those rivalries spark?
But the nice thing about this, you know what, there's a good and a bad side to it. The good side is that you want to have a Nigeria-Ghana playing in the playoff to eventually have one of them advance. It will probably give the one that advances into the competition a better chance to win it, but also robs of a chance to have that rivalry in a competition proper. That's what it does to us,
Okay.
you know. But then, I mean, we've seen some other countries, Eswatini have qualified into the
Yes.
next round. They have to still play those matches. So we still, come December, we'll build up to it when we get to those matches.
Yeah, there's so
Build up
much
in
we're
the-
gonna go through.
So we'll get to that level when we get there.
So a pivotal moment is what we've reached when it comes to the CHAN qualifiers. As I said, only 19 teams will be heading to the 3 Eastern countries that come next year. It will be from the 1st to the 28th of February. For now, though, I did say Adelane is going to keep you in the loop with the African stars that are shining within the Premier League. So let's go out and find out from him about his diamonds of the week.
Hola, Absheni. Itu, I'm so glad to have you back. Now let's talk about the African diamonds I have for you all this week. At number 3 this week is Nigerian right back, Ola Aina. The versatile fullback started his 9th of Forest's 10 league games this season and sealed all 3 points for the Reds in the 78th minute. The Super Eagles defender opened his account for the season after unleashing a vicious left-footed shot into the top corner. Bang! That winning goal pushed Forest to 3rd place, their highest position in 26 years. Oh, shit. Coming in at number 2 is Antoine Semenyo. Now, this Ghanaian international dominated Manchester City's Kyle Walker and got himself a goal. I've been critical of Semenyo and didn't think he would step up from Bristol City to the level he has done now. But he's making us all proud. Bournemouth beat Manchester City 2-1 to end the champions' 32-game unbeaten run in the Premier League, all thanks to the Black Star. Coming in at number 1 is Mohamed Salah. Now, the Egyptian king simply refuses to leave our number 1 spot. He just can't stop scoring. He fired for Liverpool yet again against Brighton and moved the Merseyside team to the top of the table. Mo Salah registered 12 shots in the game. This is the most in a single Premier League game for him. Salah is in the last year of his contract and is apparently attracting interest from Barcelona and clubs in Saudi. So let's see where he would end up. For me, hey, I would like to see Mohamed Salah in a Arsenal shirt. Well, just imagine that for a second. Till next time from me, Ninitanda Nonke Kakulu.